Hello. To the 50-year-old man who asked for my number today at work and in response to me saying no, said, "That's fine. I don't give up that easily. I'll try again next time." Fuck you.
Front desk?
Hey, so, have you ever had a hotel fantasy before?
I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that.
Come on, like, use your imagination. Like, you never had an imagination or a fantasy about an erotic experience at the hotel.
No, this is really not appropriate.
How's your day going?
Going pretty good. How's yours?
Good. Very sexy. Come some of that.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm Kalen, if you didn't know that already. Being catcalled, harassed, or hit on at work has to be among some of the most annoying things that could happen to you on a daily basis. And the truth of the matter is, you can't escape it. If you're a woman who works in customer service, babysitting, childcare, healthcare, construction, teaching, engineering, crafts, literally anything, then it's something that you probably cannot escape. Now, someone who has only worked in customer service once or twice, I guess, I've actually experienced this myself. When I used to deliver pizzas for this pizza company, it was like my second job or something like that. I actually experienced this myself, believe it or not. I was delivering a customer's food. This lovely older gentleman whose head looked like a ball sack sexually assaulted me. Could you believe that? Well, I'm not making it up. It is something that happened. I'm not going to go into details of what this model citizen did, this senile douchebag, but let's just say I was not going to be delivering pizzas to that gentleman anymore. Point is, it doesn't really matter who you are. It's probably a good chance that you've maybe experienced this if you've ever worked a job, and it's probably even more likely if you happen to be a woman as well. In today's video, I'm going to go over a few different examples of stories that have been shared on TikTok about women who have experienced some form of workplace harassment, whether it's verbal or physical, psychological, emotional, whatever it is. There's examples of all of them. And right out the gate, I want to show you one that I've seen a few times, disturbingly enough, of some old man, it's usually an old guy, sitting down at a table somewhere, taking pictures of the women working. And in this case, this woman had enough. She was not game with this at all, so she confronted him about the pictures he was taking. Also, there's like this saxophone playing. I mean, there's some text on the screen that says something about a saxophone getting louder. I don't know what that's about, but it is a little noisy, but you should still be able to hear the video pretty much fine.
Can you show me your photos? Because I think you're taking pictures of me. Can I see? Can you show me your photos? You're taking pictures of me, so I want to see them and I want you to delete them. Why is this funny? Show me. Show me. Okay, show me. Show me. Click on your photos. Click on your photos. Click on your photos. I don't care. Delete them right now. Show me.
Way he's trying to dodge it.
Show me.
Honestly, the way he's tinkering with his phone is kind of hilarious. The way he's like turning it around, flipping it upside down. You know, next thing you know, he's gonna do the hokey pokey and shake it all about.
Delete them. I don't care. Delete them. Show me you deleting them. Show me. Delete them. You're a creep. Delete the photos you took of me. Delete them. I don't care. Delete them. Delete her too. Delete it. Delete them all. Okay, and that's it. Delete it. I don't care. Delete it. I don't care. Delete it. Delete it.
I would delete those because it's illegal what you're doing, and if you don't delete them, I'm gonna call the cops. And they're gonna my sister in the same color hair.
So why do we need so many? It's been like an hour of you sitting here taking photos of me. Delete them all.
We have witnesses. You don't want to fix it.
Ma'am, leave that innocent gentleman alone. He is clearly just a photographer who happens to take pictures of women at work, okay? That's his thing. That's what he does. He's a professional. He's a professional. In fact, you should be honored that he has chosen you to be his subject of the day. Now, obviously, dropping the bullshit sarcasm, this is certified creep behavior. To go into some sort of business or wherever it is, I'm not sure. It kind of looks like a library, honestly. I have honestly no idea what this is. And sit there and just take pictures of the people working. Obviously, it's not a library, but I just really don't know. If anybody has any idea what this like is, like just like tell me actually, because I'm actually so confused about it. But yes, this old man here is trying to play dumb. He's like, I'm just an old man. I don't know anything. I don't even know what these phones are. What are you talking about? I've never heard of that. What's a smartphone? What's a cell phone? Oh, this thing. I just got it today. I don't even know what this is. You know, it just I got it and I thought it looked cool and just testing out its features, seeing what it does, seeing if I can figure out how to work the damn thing. Obviously, that's not what was happening. He was taking these pictures to show his sister, right? He's like, my sister wouldn't believe that I saw this gorgeous thing working at wherever it is that I'm at right now. And I wanted to show evidence because she'd call bullshit, you know? If I told her that and didn't show proof, she'd be like, that's nonsense. It totally didn't happen. Made up story. It's fake. So obviously he had to get the proof. It was the only way. Okay, legitimately for real now. There's not a whole lot to say about this other than this isn't like an uncommon thing. I've actually seen much worse than what this man has done, where there's been like real creepy men who follow women around like grocery stores or like, you know, like supermarkets, Walmart, things like that, and find little sneaky ways to get like upskirt pictures and stuff like that. Like they wait for them to like bend over not paying attention or something, and they slip their phone like underneath and like take pictures. I've seen like dudes get caught doing that and being confronted and like actually arrested for that. So like, yeah, this isn't like a one-off senile old man thing that happens occasionally. It probably happens more than you'd even imagine. It's all the same disgusting, weird, creep, sicko behavior that needs to be stopped. Now here's another example of a dude just being a weirdo, while this woman here is just trying to work her job. But of course, she's not allowed to work in peace, not when men exist and they find themselves at your place of employment, because it's just inescapable.
Replied back to her under her thread thing. Hi. Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm okay enough right now. Is there any way I can help you or we can work together to get what we want?
What do you mean? I'm okay. I'm all good.
Okay.
Silence
You
is
wanna
loud.
order?
Do you guys have any like tea, like those throw coat tea bags? Those are really great.
These are the only teas that I have.
Stash, right? Stash, some kind of stash. Which one does it? Premium green stash. Chamomile, orange spice. Can I have?
All right, I'm gonna spoil the very unpredictable ending to this. And he basically just lingers for as long as he can. He keeps just talking nonsense. He starts talking about IDs and like, I don't know, his company or something. He just starts spewing a bunch of nonsense, and she clearly is not interested in this very compelling conversation that, you know, she just can't resist. And she wants out. She wants out of the situation, and bro is just not picking up on it. It's either he's not picking up on it or he just doesn't care. Now, it seemed like early in the conversation, he's trying to shoot his shot. He's trying to get this worker to like hop in his car and come home with him, something to that effect. And he does so by saying, can I help you with something, you know, get you whatever you want. I think that's what the words that she didn't quite interpret on the screen. I think that's what he said there. And that's obviously old nice guy code for, can I help you with some schlong, perhaps? You know, would you be interested in a well-compensated proposition, perhaps?
How you guys doing? Good. Interested in a well-compensated proposition?
No, I'm good. What does that mean?
And obviously, she's like, hell no, I'm trying to work. I'm only here because they give me a paycheck at the end of the day. It's the only reason I come here. I'm not here to get picked up by some old man and taken to his sex dungeon or anything like that. I just want to work and make my paycheck. Please let me do that. And that's going to be the case for pretty much everybody for the rest of this video, unsurprisingly. But I will say that this one is a little bit different. It's a little bit of a twist in comparison to the rest of the stories. And she's going to explain it herself, obviously, in great detail of what happened. But just to kind of give you the gist of it, she was a babysitter who she worked for like I think maybe a single dad, something like that. And after she pretty much was done working for him, he tried to shoot her shot, which that's not like the worst thing in and of itself, but how this concluded definitely went in the wrong direction.
Never, if you're a babysitter, never let your guard down. I have to tell the story because it just resurfaced like 5 minutes ago, and this happened to me in college. I nannied for this guy who he was like a single dad. He worked all the time. His kids were very, very good kids. They were like 10 and 12, so they didn't really do a whole lot. It didn't really take a whole lot of work. I mainly would just pick them up from school and then take them back home. He would come home, I would leave. That was like all I saw of him. So it was my junior year. My junior year came to an end. I went home for the summer. I came back senior year, got a different job. I had expressed to him like, I'm open to babysit every once in a while, but like I can't do it Monday through Friday. I have a different job. He said, no big deal. That's fine. Just give me the key back to my house. Cause like I'll find somebody else. He asked, where do you want to meet up? I can come to your work and get the key back. Cause I know you're working a lot. So he came to my work. I gave him a couple months go by. It was October of my senior year. He called me one day and he said, hey, like I'm planning on taking the kids to a trip to the Florida Keys. Would you be interested in going and like watching the kids? You would be more than welcome to bring a friend. Like if that makes you feel more comfortable. A couple days go by. I call him back and I say, hey, like I'm not gonna be able to go. Thank you so much for the offer, but like I'm not gonna be able to go. I'm so sorry. He was like, I also just wanted to say, like, I wanted you to come to the Keys because I didn't want you to watch the kids. I wanted you to come with me so that me and you can go see the Florida Keys together. We're staying on a boat, so you can stay in my room. Your friend would have her own room, and everything would be paid for. It would just be a good time, like me and you can hang out. That obviously took a turn, and I wasn't expecting that, so I blocked him on everything. Then a couple weeks go by, and I see him sitting out front of my work. So I had my male coworkers go out there and ask him what the fuck he was doing. He left. I, since then, never heard anything about him until today, when he decided to add me on Snapchat. Be aware of the people around you. Never let your guard down. I nannied for him for 10 months. Never thought he was weird or anything like that until he asked me to go to the Florida Keys with him and live on a boat in the same room with him.
Now, I'll tell you right now, this video got some mixed reception from people in the comments. Now, you have some people saying, like, obviously, like, the idea that initially he didn't really do anything wrong with asking her out or whatever it was, you know? But then you also have people rebuttal that by saying that, well, there's this power dynamic because he was her employer, effectively, and that's always inappropriate to do that, which is a valid statement to make as well. But I'm not really here to settle a debate or anything. I think the biggest problem in all of this entire story is the fact that once he was rejected, he continued to pursue by showing up at her work and pretty much acting like a weird stalker, that's unacceptable no matter how you spin that. There's no justification for that whatsoever. Now, as far as him shooting his shot, now obviously there's probably a big age gap between them. Yes, there's the whole employer-employee dynamic. Obviously, she wasn't really working for him at that point anymore, but he also wasn't even transparent about what he was trying to get from her in the first place. Like he was like basically trying to trick her into thinking she was going to the Keys with him to watch his kids, when in reality he was trying to like basically date her. And that's a mistake too, to not be transparent about what you're trying to do. If that's what you want to do, if that's your goal, that's what you want to shoot your shot in this moment, even if it's inappropriate to do so, then you better be at the very least transparent about it, because that was extremely wrong as well. But then we need to kind of circle back to, you know, the whole purpose of this video. And it's like, even in this scenario where she's a babysitter and she's just watching a single dad's kids and she thinks, you know, nothing's weird about this, she's just watching the kids, it still ends with the guy here trying to shoot his shot on her, which is just, it's so frustrating. And like, I get it, bro's probably a little lonely, he's got 2 kids, and like, he wants a woman in his life, something like that. I think it's probably more practical and less inappropriate to maybe go shoot your shot at someone who's not your employee, someone who's not your kid's babysitter. Like, you're supposed to keep that relationship totally professional. And he didn't seem capable of doing that. And it's just, it all comes back down to, like, if you're a woman working any job, doesn't matter what it is, it's almost impossible to escape this type of thing happening. period. And of course it ends with the stalking. Like, who could have predicted that? Who could have predicted that Big Cheese would show up at her place of work or add her on Snapchat after being blocked and basically rejected? Who could have thought? Well, this story is about creepy coworkers. So obviously she's working with other people, and these other individuals are trying to make things happen, and she ain't about it.
So when I was like 14, 15, and 16, I worked at Carl's Jr., right? And the job didn't suck because it was a fast food job. The job sucked because I had a guy in his 60s creeping over me. He knew my age. He knew how young I looked. I looked 14, 15, 16, you know, and throughout the years that I worked at Carl's Jr., this man made so many comments about how he loves red hair, women with red hair. When I get older, we could go out. Weird ass things like that. There was this one time, this traumatized me. I was like 15. I accidentally ran into him. I kind of like bumped his side, and he goes, "Oh, well, if you're gonna thrust into me," and I kid you not, he bends over holding a trash can. He just bends over, presenting his butt to me, and asks me to hit it. I was like, what is going on? So anyways, yeah, that guy was fucking creepy. The fact that he's probably still working there as a manager is insane. Like, he's just, and it's not his first offense. He's gone after several of the minors. They all know this, yet he's still employed. It is insane.
Okay, I must ask the most important question I'm sure is on many of your minds as well. When he said hit it, did he meant like with your hand or like with something else? That's a question to be pondered. Anyway, yes, the guy is still working there as a manager. And I wish I could say I was surprised. I wish I had that much faith in humanity still, to say that that's shocking. I wish our cultural expectations were not so compromised that we could all say that that is shocking. But the truth of the matter is, it's the opposite. It's expected. It's not surprising in the slightest that the dude still has his job despite quite literally sexually harassing his coworkers, his younger underage coworkers, mind you, quite literally minors. Dude is a predator. Dude is a predator. He told you to hit it from the back. And again, don't know how he meant that exactly, but he told a literal child to do that to him. He is not a safe person to be around. I would not want any 15, 16-year-old girl to be within a 1 mile radius of the guy. Scratch that. Not even within a city boundary of the guy. Hell, I probably wouldn't even want a 15, 16-year-old boy to be in the same proximity of this guy. He is clearly not well. But hey, he gets to keep his job because nobody takes this harassment towards minors seriously enough to actually do something about it, which is just an absolute failure on our entire system here. Now, this last story gets a bit emotional. I mean, you could probably already tell just from the image on screen. It's a story of a woman here who worked at a job where she was surrounded by men, and pretty much not a single one of them. I mean, she does talk about one, I guess, who was normal and didn't try to do anything messy with her. But the rest, she can't say the same thing.
So, as you know, I've been getting stalked the past few months, since December, from my ex-maintenance man. He has not left me alone, you know, and my work really isn't doing anything to fix it. But we did fire him, and we've been hiring new temps and stuff like that because we obviously need help. That's what the temps are for. And the temp today came up to me. He's been here for like about a week. He hasn't been weird or nothing. I've hardly talked to him because I don't want to talk to anybody at work anymore. And he walked up to me and asked me if I was Latina because how I was built. And this was after I bent over to pick up boxes and stuff, so he was staring at my ass, obviously. And I was like, no, what? What do you mean? And he told me because of how I was built or whatever. I was like, oh, thanks. Like, I awkwardly laughed because it's like I'm at work. I don't know what to do. I'm already stressed from the previous stalker. And, like, you know when a man says that, it's so hard to say anything because it's like half the time they want to get pissy or they want to hurt you or they throw a fit or something, you know. So I was like, oh, thanks. Like, it's a compliment, I guess. And he walked away, and I was just gonna leave it at that. And then I was talking to my like normal maintenance guy that's not weird. I was talking to him, and I was like, yeah, this just happened. And he walked up and like peeked around the corner and looked at me and like put his phone number down on my desk. And I walked over there, and he was like, yeah, I'm just trying to give this to you, just in case you need help or anything. Obviously this is at work, but you can let me know after work. And like, being weird. And like, he literally told me like 4 days ago that he had a girlfriend and like all this stuff because he took her out for like Valentine's Day or something. I don't know. So like, I don't know. I'm so stressed. I hate men. I want literally everybody to leave me alone. I don't want a people job anymore. I want to work alone. I want to be by myself. I'm like so scared of men, and it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and I don't want to seem like I'm being dramatic or like whatever, but it's like, this is now the second person at my job that has made me feel so uncomfortable. And like, now I'm hiding in the bathroom, and I don't even want to go back downstairs and do work that I need to do, and like, I have makeup all over me, and I'm probably gonna have to go home, and like, I'm losing money, and I'm losing time, and I'm losing fucking energy from these men, and it's like, I'm just so scared.
Wow. All right. Yeah. This one's really sad. But I think the way she tells this story here, and the story that she tells, shows a really dark side of this whole thing. Now, I know a lot of women who experience this go on TikTok, for instance, and they make a video and they kind of laugh it off and just shrug it off and be like, this happened, and they move on with their lives. But in some cases, it becomes such a problem, and it becomes like so dangerous and scary and uncomfortable, like in her case, where it actually makes working almost impossible because you're anxious, you're scared, you're nervous, like you are always having to watch over your back because there's some creepy dude breathing down your neck and staring at your ass every time you do something. And that in her type of environment where she has to work, I'm assuming, quite closely with these men, and she's not like, it's not a situation where it's like a customer that comes and goes. It's people that she is literally stuck with for hours a day doing this in the type of environment that doesn't exactly protect anybody, especially not women. So her situation is truly harrowing, and I think she might have left that job since she posted this. I sure hope so. I watched some of her recent videos, see if there's like an update or something. It seems like she's moved on from that, but not fully sure. So I mean, that's a good thing, right, if that is the case. But the fact that she was pretty much forced out of her job, I mean, it was a job she really liked, and maybe she had great benefits and things like that. That's truly tragic and unfortunate, to be forced out of your position by some creepy men who won't leave you the fuck alone. And I'm certain that a lot of people watching this can probably feel her pain to some extent, even if you didn't feel the weight of it the same way in, your own experiences. But yeah, this is kind of like, I'd say, on the worst end of the spectrum here of like the type of harassment that you can experience. Now, obviously the stalking and things like that, I mean, it gets even worse from there, but this is obviously no joke. Anyway, I think there's something fundamentally wrong in our culture and our work system and everything like that, where men in particular feel comfortable enough to continuously harass people who are just trying to work their jobs, and nothing ever happens. Managers don't do anything, like CEOs don't do anything, like nobody who has the power to affect anything actually helps in any way, shape, or form. They just let it happen, which I think is really problematic, and it's an issue that needs to be addressed and talked about more, because I don't think it's discussed enough. But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you did enjoy, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you all next time.